Alrighty guys, Harvest 2016 is here. There's my brother in the auger wagon there. There's an Oliver plow, 5-bottom plow right there. He used to take that one to plow day, but just a little too much in that black dirt for that 1800. It's a 516 or 514. I think it is 516. So I pulled 416 instead. I got the oil finisher and disc and stuff over there. Used to be a shed would sit right here, but it blew down last winter. Luckily there wasn't really anything important in it. So we had it torn down this past spring. Makes it kind of nice driving in this lot now. Corn's still a little wet, I'm guessing around 25% or so. But we'll know here in a little bit. The outside didn't look the greatest, and looking better. Corn's looking better. It's got more green the farther in we went in the field, so give us hope. What we've heard from guys in the area so far, yields are about 15% lower than what we were expecting, or 20% lower. Then after seeing how the corn's dried down pretty quick and everything, I think that's going to be the case. It's not going to be record yields like everybody was hoping for, which may be alright. Hopefully prices will come back up a little bit. Sounds a lot better when you get it under load of that straight pipe. Sounds about like the 4210 does. Both of them are pretty quiet when there's no load, but once you get them loaded up. That auger wagon doesn't have an adjustable spout like some of the newer ones do. You can load the trucks from side to side, but it's kind of handy. You can just, by changing the speed of the engine, kind of how far it throws it out into the truck, and it'll move it. You know, it'll probably move it 1.5 feet each direction. So I would say it'd be probably about 9 or 10 inches from the center line, you know, if you're running half throttle or something, which is usually about where we unload at. Alright guys, I'm going to take a yield check here for the plot. If it doesn't rain tonight, we're going to do it tomorrow because the elevator's got half rate drying. I just got back from the elevator with the first load. Tested 22.9 on the moisture, and it's only a 55-pound test weight though, so I think that's what's going to hurt the yield the most this year, is things just didn't dry down like they're supposed to. And cross row harvesting here for the, because we do plant end rows here, but that's going to hurt the yield the most, is just the corn didn't dry down like it's supposed to. It looks like the Pioneer doing a little better than the cow, but it looks better on the back end of the field, or the middle of the field, than up at the front, because that's lower ground. This is higher ground here, so probably drained a little better this year and everything. I almost got silage coming out of it. That's good though, we had fungicide and everything sprayed on it. The only problem with Pioneer around here is it's so tall that it blows down a lot, and there's been some down corn this year that guys have had. I got a buddy, they've been harvesting for 2 days and only done 30 acres because they got down corn. That's just no fun. Probably gonna run about 3 miles an hour or so right now, just because it is so wet. sure hear the ears going through that beater drum, beating away in there. One kind of blew over there, and I don't want to be harvesting any of the cow because that'll throw the check strips off. We had some wind here back in early July, and it laid this corn over. No, it was late June, and it laid this corn over, and it elbowed back up. But and you can see the rows are kind of squiggly, and they did dink the ear size. The ones that are laid over have about a 10-15% smaller ear. Pretty tall stuff here. It's almost as tall as a combine. Kind of hard to get make a clean sample. It was cracking a lot of the cobs. Cobs are still kind of soft since the higher moisture and had a lot of rain and everything. This is about the worst spot right here where the corn was blown over. Get everything sorted out here. Back in the late or mid 80s, maybe up by Bloomington, or up in Leroy, Illinois, which is by Bloomington on I-74. There were what made me think of it is I'm hearing the rumbling from the ears. There's a guy named Herman Warsaw. Oh, crap, got 2 rows at a time there. Dadgum blew the cow over into the Pioneer. Dad to get back in the truck. But anyway, what made me think of it, that rumbling there. Back in the mid 80s, there's a guy up at Leroy started that part. A guy named Herman Warsaw, and he had the record corn yield for a lot of years until here, until we got into the 21st century. and he had a Massey. I think Dad said he had a Massey 750 or 850 or something combine, straw walker combine, and apparently they got a light in there that tells you if you got rocks or something coming in. You know, if you got rocks in the rock trap. And he had like, and this is in the mid 80s, and he had like grew like 378 bushel an acre was the record. And I mean that's really something still today, but that was really something back then. So anyway, and it made me think of it. When he had the ears were so big, he had told the magazine people one time, said that the combine think there's rocks coming into the combine because the ears are so big. They didn't think it was, you know, it didn't realize that it was just the corn he was harvesting. So that was kind of funny. But it's something like you can kind of hear it there and being all that material coming in, kind of clanging around. But anyway, I think we're just going to take the one more DeKalb check strip, and that'll about be it for today, because Dad didn't want to pay the drying, which I don't blame him. Might as well just let nature dry it down. And so it'll probably be next week before we really start running hard. We'll do that check strip tomorrow. If it doesn't rain, I'll have a video of that. That's about it. We'll switch this over to beans in and run the rest of the corn at 2188. But I said that already in another video. End rows and stuff earlier, 22.9. I bet that ain't 20% there. That ain't too bad. But anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I'll have lots more videos of Harvest 2016 here. I'm gonna add on to this video because I figured why not just film the DeKalb too. Plant health's not as good, but we'll see, or at least not as full. We'll see how the yield is. I don't hear them rumbling quite as much either. I bet that Pioneer beats the DeKalb. Pioneer, or DeKalb around here for the past 10 years just spanked every other competitor for yield. But I think Pioneer is finally getting back in the game here, and Whipple's got some good stuff too, and Agrigold too. They all are pretty competitive anymore. DeKalb keeps raising their seed prices, so, or at least not bringing them down, so we'll see. If it yields more, then we'll probably still stay with mostly DeKalb on our corn, but I'll do a video later in the year. We always plan a check strip or a little plot on corn and beans, you know, for a yield for just a variety plot to see, you know, how numbers compare to each other, and I'll do a video of that. Two roads got run together there for a little bit. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and film that there. Thanks for watching.